Tips for hiking with kids are everywhere, but no one really tells you what it's actually like. Ever had your kids refuse to turn back because they just had to see what's around the corner? Or carried a child halfway through the trail because they swore they were fine then completely lost their steam? That used to be me. Now we hike every week. There's no meltdowns, no stress, and my girls actually asked me to go again. Stick around because I'm going to show you how to turn short hikes into the best part of your week with your kids. I didn't think hiking with kids would work. I thought it would be a total mess. But every time we hit a trail, something surprising happens. My girls, they take the lead. They're not scared. They actually get very excited. They're curious about what's around the jungle or what's happening in the hiking areas. And I'm just there, watching them grow with every step. We hike once or twice a week around our area. There are so many different trails out there that we never get bored. The moment we get out of our car, they're scanning everything, the trees, the bugs, the branches, the noises. They're talking to each other about what they find. And luckily, they're careful too. They stop, they look around, they lead each other. That confidence came from showing up and just letting them explore. I'm just ducking under the branches, just keeping my eyes out for any wild animals, carrying the water and the snacks, which I don't mind because that feels good too, because this is just good exercise for all of us. It's quiet, it's family bonding. We walk for over an hour sometimes and they never complain. They're too busy out there discovering new things all the time. And when we get home, they're tired in the best way. They're not tired from watching TV all the time or using a screen. They're not cranky all the time. That is how we reset. When the house feels stressful, when emotions are high, we go for a hike. And every time, it brings us all back into the center. The first few times we went hiking, I made it harder than it needed to be. I thought I had to lead the whole thing. I thought I had to be in control. Now that was a mistake. I packed a huge backpack with me before, like we were heading into the wilderness for days. Snacks, gears I didn't need, and I walked in front, trying to keep everything on schedule. It was very exhausting. The kids were bored originally, and I kept wondering, wasn't this supposed to be fun? Then I stopped leading. During one of our hikes, I told my girls, go ahead, y'all pick the path this time. I'm right behind you. And they took it seriously. They slowed down, they looked all around them, they checked every branch, every rock. They started building stuff with the sand, every bug on the ground. They were owning the adventure. That one shift turned everything around. I also dropped the heavy backpack I used to carry. Now I bring one small sling bag, 2 bottles of water, some snacks, band-aids, hand sanitizers, and some wipes. That's all I need. It's lighter, I'm faster, and when I carry less, I enjoy it more. Letting go of control made the hikes better for all of us. There's one small thing I always do before every hike. If I skip it, the whole day can fall apart. It's not the gears, it's not snacks, it's the weather. I made this mistake before. Packed everything, loaded the kids in the car, drove out all the way to the trail. Then when we stepped outside, the wind ended up being crazy. The sun was brutal, or it started raining 5 minutes in. Now I check the weather because if the kids are uncomfortable, they're going to lose interest very fast. And then the whining starts. Clothes matters too. At first, I let them wear shorts, but branches and bugs don't care how cute their outfit is. Now, it's long pants every time. They wear comfortable shirts, closed-toe shoes with good grip, gears that let them move around. I don't overpack, but I do keep things clean and simple. I'm trying to keep the day smooth as possible because prepared kids, they just explore more. Uncomfortable kids complain faster. That quick weather check, a basic gear choice, can be the difference between a great day and one you swear you never do again. Most parents treat breaks like a timeout, just a chance to rest. But I've learned that breaks can actually be the highlight of the hike. When we stop, I don't rush them, I don't check my phone, I make it intentional. We find a log or a rock or a bench, we sit down, we drink some water, we eat some snack, and we just have a good talk. The kids tell me what they've seen. Sometimes it's a cool bug, sometimes it's a weird tree, sometimes it's something scary they found. Sometimes they just want to ask me a lot of questions. That's where the best stuff happens. I've had my girl ask me about spider webs, mushrooms, animal tracks, and I don't even know the answers. So that's where AI comes in. We like to take a picture, upload it to AI, and then boom, we learn something new on the spot thanks to AI. It makes them feel heard and it keeps them curious. Breaks let their little legs rest and the brain catch up. It also gives me a chance to slow down and just enjoy the moment without moving forward too fast. A good break resets everything. And when done right, your kids will beg to just keep going forward and not turn back. There's one rule I follow on every hike, and it keeps the mood high and the kids happy from start to finish. Sometimes we always turn back halfway through our time at the hike. Not halfway through the trail, but halfway through the time we planned. If we're doing a 1 hour hike, we turn back at the 30-minute mark. So why? Because coming back always takes longer. Kids slow down, they get tired, they stop more, and they start asking for snacks even though they said they were hungry 10 minutes ago. If you don't plan for that, you're going to end up dragging them back, or even worse, you're going to have to carry both of them all the way back. When I started doing this, everything changed. We finished the hike strong, they feel accomplished, and I don't have to push them or deal with whining at the very end of the hike. This rule also helps me manage my energy. If I feel tired on the way in, I know I have enough left to at least make it on the way back without stress. Hiking is about rhythm, not distance, not speed, but ending on a high note makes them want to go hiking again later on. Ending on empty just makes them dread the next trip. You don't need a new trail every weekend to keep your kids excited. You just need to change how they experience it. So at first, I kept looking for different trails, parks, and hiking areas because I thought my girls would get bored. Turns out they don't need new, they need variety. We hike some of the same trails over and over again, but every time it feels different. Sometimes they lead, sometimes we go much slower, we take a different path, or sometimes we focus on animals and bugs or shapes of trees that we found. One week we walked the trail forward, next week we did a whole thing backward. It's why how much they notice just by seeing it from a different new angle. New discoveries, new questions, it gives them new energy, and it also helps me. I'm good at remembering the trails and hikes, so I know where the rough spots are at. I know how long it takes. It's just less thinking for me and it's less stress for me as well. And it makes me more focused on being present. When they feel like they're in control, the hikes becomes theirs. And when the environment is familiar, they actually explore deeper. Same trail, new adventure, every single time. It started as a way to get out of the house. Now it's something we never skip. Every single weekend, we go on hikes. Doesn't matter if we had a long week, doesn't matter if we're tired, we still go. Because over time, this basically turned into our tradition. My girls expect it. They ask about it. They know about other parks. They know the names of it. They also help me plan it as well. They get the stuff ready. They know it's a part of our rhythm, our tradition. We keep it simple. Sometimes it's a short trail, sometimes it's a new park, sometimes we just explore a spot we already know. What matters is that we just go. It gives us consistency without pressure. We wake up, pack light, and we go out there and just explore nature. And we move our bodies, right? It's always good to move. We're not going to be distracted by the TV or screens at home. It becomes a habit they grow up with. It's discipline without forcing it. It's bonding without needing a big plan because the hike and trails are usually free and becomes a part of how we define ourselves. We are a hiking family and that's who we are, and I love it. You don't need a long hike to make a big impact. Most of our hikes last between 30 minutes to an hour. That's it. And it works. Sometimes parents, I notice, make the hiking to like a full day trip. But short hikes to me are actually better, especially for younger kids. They stay engaged, they don't get overwhelmed, and they leave the trail still wanting more. And it also fits into our real life. I can work all week, wake up early on the weekend, get a hike in, and still make it back in time for everything else. No one feels drained, no one's gonna feel frustrated. Just watch your kids, ask questions, follow their lead. That's the kind of attention that sticks with them longer than any other extra mile you can walk. A short hike done with present is absolutely powerful for bonding. So I thought hiking was just a fun way to spend time outside, but it has taught me how to be a better dad. Out there, like I say, there's no screen, there's no schedule, there's no noise. It's just nature. Just me and my kids walking through the wonder of nature, figuring things out together. When they lead, I learn from them. When they ask questions, I listen. When they find something interesting or piques their curiosity, I slow down. Hiking showed me that being present is more powerful than being perfect. It helped me see how I react when things don't go as planned. When they're tired, when it's hot, when it's rainy, when I'm carrying the whole load, it taught me to stay calm, stay patient, and just focus on the moment. My daughters, they don't need lecture. They need time. They need trust. They need space to explore with me right there beside them. And that's what this gives us, a chance to grow without forcing it, a chance to lead by following. Hiking gave me so many great memories with my kids, and it's going to continue to do so in the future. So you don't need the perfect trail or the perfect plan. You just need to show up with the kids, walk with your kids, and be there when it matters. That's what they remember. And watch this next video right here to learn more about my experiences in order to help you in life. Thank you.